Well, what do you know? As I've told you guys before, when someone tells you who they are, you better believe them. I know sometimes it's difficult to believe them. It's like, I can't believe these people are uttering these words. But the gentleman, the current leader of this administration, told you guys how he felt about certain people. And he told you guys over and over who he is. But you guys continue to refuse to believe him. So I want you guys to take a look at this, how devastated Dr. Joslyn Peters was. She actually was denied VIP access to the backstage at the rally, and the security came to kick her out. It's not really a laughing matter. I kind of feel it a bit for the young lady. See what I'm saying? I could only imagine she must have thought that she was more relevant to them than she actually was. Well, sorry for the dose of reality, sweetie. They actually told you. But I'm sorry that you didn't see it coming, because you should have known. The gentleman went on the radio program and says, look, you referred to PhDs as what? Player hating degrees. So I am sorry, Dr. Joslyn Peters. Your player hating degree, his words, not mine, was not significant enough or not appreciated enough to actually give you a spot backstage with the rest of the VIP. But I want to break it down to you so you can understand. I don't want you to pressure yourself too much or get too depressed about this or internalize this too much. Because in some respects, it's not entirely your fault. The gentleman adores himself. And anyone that is in his presence or close to him that would offer some sort of challenge to his lordship would actually be seen as being competitive. So of course he'd want to ensure that these people are not closely around him so that they would distract from the idol worship that is being heaped on him by his followers. That is quintessential narcissism. Okay? That if the gentleman is not the center of attraction, then that becomes a problem. So maybe, just maybe, Dr. Joslyn Peters, you being around probably would have shifted, even for a little moment, just the introduction, this is Dr. Joslyn Peters, might have distracted from the idol worship of him. And that is intolerable by the gentleman. So, you should have known, Dr. Joslyn Peters. But now you know, so I hope you can adjust accordingly. And don't feel too bad for yourself, because it's the same sort of treatment that was meted out to Dr. Justin Pierre. You both got to keep in mind that this was a gentleman that said that King Charles has nothing on him. Could you imagine? Gentleman that grew up in some village in St. David's says that King Charles has nothing on him. The gentleman, King Charles, descended from a dynasty that at one time ruled 400 million people on this earth. And the gentleman comes with the most bombastic of pride and says King Charles has nothing on him. So I'm sorry, Dr. Joslyn Peters. What did you expect? King Charles has nothing on him. So why would you think that Dr. Joslyn Peters have something on the leader of this administration? Sad that you had to actually experience this and had to have such a rude awakening. But these are the sort of people that you're dealing with. They only appreciate other people if it's somehow tied back to their aggrandizement. That's the only way. You see, if you could have said, oh, myself and the NDC gave Dr. Joslyn Peters a scholarship to study, and now she's a PhD, then that would have worked out fine for him. Then there would have been some way to tie your success back to him. So in such an environment, the gentleman has to be the center of attraction. And if there's anyone else who remotely distracts from him being the center of attraction, then guess what? They've got to go. I want you to understand, Dr. Peters, don't be disheartened, because there's a home in the GSDP, the Grenada Social Democratic Party, for people like yourself. okay? Where your talents, your intellect can be appreciated and not looked down upon, not resented, and where you can have an opportunity to truly contribute to Grenada's development and you're uninhibited, okay? And that place is a GSDP. So you know how to get in touch with us. We'd be more than happy to have a discussion with you. And don't you trivialize the abilities and the connections and the growth of the GSDP, because what seems small can become extremely vast in a very short space of time. So please look at this as a watershed moment that you should be careful where you put your efforts, your time, and your energy into. So take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. This is extremely telling.